Hi everybody, Sarah the Attic Stitcher. Today is August 15th, right? Yeah, it's August 15th.
Yes.
August 15th, 2025. This is Flosstube number 10 and also 6 months of me doing Flosstube. So as you can see, I have a special guest with me. Taking inspiration from some of recently, Andrew, the runner stitcher, and Megan, the Seattle stitcher, both did whip parades where their significant others like rated their whips and kind of gave their opinion of which ones they liked, which ones they didn't like as much, and all of that. And they were just fun videos to watch. And I was like, well, I don't have a significant other, but I have a sister who loves to give her opinion. So I have invited my sister Rebecca here with me today to share her lovely thoughts on my cross stitch projects. So
I am here.
she is here. She is, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not condoning. You're
critical.
You're doing this out of love for me, more so than you're doing it because you enjoy the aspect of rating my cross stitches.
I am a supportive little sister who also does not quite understand, even though I'm the one who got her into cross stitch.
She is the one who got me into cross stitch. Because she started, it was the Pokemon one, right?
It was the first generation.
First generation of Pokemon cross stitch. She started on that, and I was like, you know, that looks kind of fun. So that's when I went and found me a cross stitch project, and the rest is history because I kept on and dived in even more. And
don't ask me about it. Don't. I have so many projects. It's just not even. We don't talk about it. Okay.
Yep. So anyway, so with it being 6 months and also number 10, Flosstube number 10, I thought it would be fun to do this whip parade with my sister being the one to like rank them. I don't have as many projects going on at the same time as a lot of other Flosstubers. I just have, how many is it, 8?
I don't know, I did not count them.
7, 8. Yes, 8. So I just have 8 projects. So she's just ranked them from her least favorite to her most favorite. And she's going to give an explanation, as arbitrary as it may be, for why it's her least favorite or why it's her most favorite.
I will say, we are very different people. But we do love each other, okay? There is a 7-year age gap between us. We had to share a room for almost 20 years, okay? We love each other. Our relationship vastly improved when she moved out, okay?
Oh, it vastly improved once we got our own rooms to start with.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
But, yeah.
Definitely. We are very different people. Recently, let me share this, okay? Recently, I found out that I am actually autistic, okay? Very autistic. And my lovely sister here took those tests as well, and she ranked very neurotypical.
We were like on 2 opposite ends of the ranking for, you know, how you could rank on these tests.
Yes. But we do have lots of things in common. I made her watch One Piece.
Yes, Rebecca's.
But now she's making me do this video. So anyways, I hope you all enjoy this little whip parade. I don't know how long the video will be, but it should be a lot of fun, I hope. I know we're already having fun, so. I mean, I lost it for a minute. I have a Capri Sun.
Yes, we do have our hydrations, our vastly different hydrations.
Hey, I got the Roaring Waters one. That's more water than it is.
This is primarily all water.
The other ingredient in that is ice, which is awesome.
All right, so we're gonna get started with the whip parade, and we're starting with her least favorite one. And that is Thomas Jefferson's book quote. So here is what the full project would look like. And here is my progress on it. So Rebecca, y'all, this one's giving me a pain. I'm gonna take up the screen here. I have had to do so much to get this frame the way it needs to be. So, but the frame is all framed out other than I've got to finish up the bottom row. So Rebecca, your thoughts, your opinions, your dislike.
I also like books. I think it's a great quote. I had to like books. My main issue with it, I want it to be a bookmark and it's not.
Ah, yeah, it would be a cool bookmark. But
there's a sister.
Up to the perch, yeah. It would have been cool as a bookmark.
That's the main thing with it. It honestly makes me think of your bookmark that you did from that kit that you got in Ireland. Scotland. The Welsh one with the dragon. I'm like, I want it to be like that, okay? Because didn't you get this on like a trip or something?
Yes, I got it. It was Wales. Okay. Apparently it's not in my bookmark jar.
Tragedy. You've shown it before.
I have shown it before. She's talking about the very first cross-stitch project I ever did and finished, which is my Welsh bookmark. So if you go back to my very first Flosstube and Whip Parade, I shared it there.
Yeah. So I want it to be a bookmark. It's not a bookmark.
No,
I think
definitely too big.
the quote is great for what you got it for being able to just kind of take it and sit at grandma's and do it and all of that stuff. I think it's great. But that's my main issue is I want it to be a bookmark and it's not a bookmark.
A little more practical use for it rather than just decorative.
I am a pretty practical person, but yeah, I think it's just a weird size and I can't, yeah, but that's me.
All right. The next one, which I already kind of know why this is her second least favorite. I'm actually surprised it ranked second rather than first. And that is my Butterfly Fairies cross stitch. Here's what it, there's two projects in this folder and I'm working on this one. The other one is the Moon Butterfly Fairy, but this is the one I've started. And this is how far I have gotten on her. Oh, she's so tiny in the screen. So I've got a lot done with her face and almost her full bodice is done, and then I've started in on her wing there. But Rebecca, you dislike this because it's butterfly, right?
That is my main qualm about it. We have very different art styles that we like too, so I wouldn't necessarily choose most of your projects to do because I don't necessarily like the same art style you do. But again, my main qualm, I really love fairies. Okay, I had the Flower Fairy book growing up. I loved that thing. Flower Fairies, amazing. Butterflies, traumatized. Okay, I have a massive fear of insects. Give me spiders, give me arachnids, give me reptiles. Okay, I will be perfectly happy. Speaking of, yesterday when we were at Holiday World, there was a spider probably about the size of my fingertip on Mom, and I just went and like it crawled onto my finger and I went and I put it down on the ground. I will take a spider over a butterfly any day, but my fear of insects is not totally, irrational, because I get really bad reactions from bug bites. Soaking my feet in the vinegar and baking soda because I still have scars from chigger bites and mosquito bites.
Yeah.
But also I got bit by a centipede on my birthday. That was not a great
I still
time.
remember that night when we were still sharing our bedroom, and
There was a centipede in my bed.
there was a centipede in her bed, and this is like 3 a.m. and I hear, I don't even know if you were just like,
I was like leaning up. I was doing this. I was watching a video on my phone, laying down on
And
my
I was
stomach,
asleep.
and you were asleep. Okay, and all of a sudden I feel something go across like my elbow. Okay, I thought it was a hair. I look down. It's a freaking centipede. I scream. I freak out. I get up. I'm like, I ain't touching it. It already touched me. I ain't doing it again.
so I get woken up by this chaos and have to, and you know, centipedes, they're one of the more creepy crawlies that we have. So I had to be the brave sister and get a towel or a napkin and go and
Get rid of the
get rid of the centipede.
I will say that I've also had like those sleep paralysis, like nightmare dreams of a cicada that took up the entirety of my chest.
Ooh.
And about like 15 to 20 stink bugs just like on my ceiling. Okay, I hate stink bugs. I hate
They are the
cicadas.
bangs of your existence.
I have been laughed at by strangers plenty of times. You may laugh at me now. I do not care. Okay, if it has 6 legs, it is not okay. If it has more than 8 legs, it is also not okay. Okay.
I just didn't want him to. Will you not do my furniture, please?
Okay. So, no, I have been laughed at by strangers because we were at the Kentucky not we, me and my mother, her mother too, I guess. We were at the Kentucky Reptile Zoo. They were doing a venomous snake milking, okay, where they were taking the venom out to make the antidote to things. And there was a cicada on somebody's shoulder. It landed on me first, okay, but it landed on somebody's shoulder, and I was like, there's a cicada on your shoulder. And she just goes, she picks it up, she's like, oh, it's a little cicada. And I was like, what are you doing? And she was like, you're at a reptile thing, but you don't like cicadas? I was like, cicadas are not reptiles.
This is very true.
They are very different, but I've never liked bugs. Still don't like bugs.
No.
Bugs are not it. I had a butterfly land on my shoulder when I was like 8. Traumatizing. I tried to get it off, and then it came and landed back on my shoulder. Absolutely awful.
Yes. All right. So your third least favorite one, or I guess your next most favorite one, because we're going from least favorite to most favorite. So the next one is my Rapunzel. Ooh. This is Rapunzel from Make It Pink Designs. Which, by the way, if you've been thinking about getting a thing from Ashley Make It Pink Designs, the beginning of September, she's having an anniversary sale for, is it 10 years? I think it's 10 years. It's a milestone anniversary for her, and she's going to have a shop sale. So that's going to be a good time to take advantage of getting some of her patterns. So, but your next most favorite, that seems a little more positive way to look at it, was Rapunzel. And here's where I really need to trim down my fabric because I have so much more than I actually need. Here's where I'm at. Been working on her head because I'm going from the top down. Flower crown. I've got her face fully outlined, so I just go and fill in all of this. And I'm at the point where from here I get to start working on some purple with her dress, so that'll be fun.
Now, I will say, I really like all of your projects. I think, this is like, this person who makes these patterns is like extremely talented. I like how it's done. I like how it looks.
Mm-hmm.
But it comes down to, I just don't like Rapunzel's dress in this one.
Ah, okay.
It's not my favorite rendition of a dress for her. But, yeah, that's my main qualm with it, is I just don't really like the dress. And I think that just comes down to different styles. I think it's beautifully done, and it will look very pretty. but I don't like the dress.
That's valid. That's valid. We all have different style preferences.
Brother, don't do it. He thought about it.
He always thinks about it.
I will say she keeps this shelf empty most of the time because brother gets on it and will knock everything off of it.
Yep.
So that's
Have I showed you Ashley May's Aurora one?
I think maybe.
She's like a gradient from the pink to the blue or whatever.
Maybe.
Let me pull it up real quick.
Aurora and Cinderella are my favorite Disney princesses.
I think she's got a Cinderella one too.
I think so.
Let's see here. Let me just search it here. There she is.
I think I like that. I like that. I think it's better, but it's still not my favorite.
Just better. Maybe you're just not an Art Nouveau style.
I don't know. I don't even know what that means.
It's just a style of. Here's the Cinderella one.
I don't like Cinderella's hair in that one.
Okay. Back to the project at hand. Can you tell that we're sisters and we get each other distracted?
Our mother has ADHD.
Yeah.
Did you know that's heretical?
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 Hereditary?
Hereditary. Oh my gosh.
Smooth.
I do that all the time. Not even funny.
ADHD is heretical.
Heretical. I've done it so I mix up my words all the time.
All right. Okay. Next is Winter Queen from Mirabilia. And I am this far. Ta-da.
Yes. I do still really like all of your projects. I think they're all very pretty. That's the crown, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be the crown where the beads go.
Yeah. I think my main qualm with this one is, again, it's just a difference in art style, art preference.
Yeah.
I'm very much I kind of like the fun stuff, which you'll probably see.
Yes. I will say that I was kind of surprised by her rankings, because I mean, I can tell just from the order and stuff, but there were some where I was like, I'm surprised that ranked as high as it did. So
yeah, no,
and probably it's a case of I'm surprised that Rapunzel and Winter Queen ranked as middle as they did, because they're probably my top two.
yeah, and again, I think it's just a difference in the style of cross stitch that we like.
Yeah, that's probably got a lot to do with it.
Yeah, this one I think is getting more into the fun stuff of just me being me.
And so the next one is Cats in Floral Hats. Oops.
She pressed the wrong
I
button.
did. Oh, I completely closed that one out.
Good job, Sarah.
I know. So smooth. Here we go. All right. Let's try this.
Press a button.
Try this again. Cats in Floral Hats by Pam Kellogg. Is what number? What number are we on? We haven't been tracking the numbers.
This is the fourth one.
Fifth one.
Yeah.
All right, so number
It's
5.
the fourth one from in the basket.
So number 4, yeah, I got you now. Ranked number 4 is my cats and floral hats. So I've got 3 cats completely done, and I started on the 4th one. Here's where I'm at for a closer look at the 4th one. The very small start because I have had to frog out multiple times working on this pink feather that's a part of this cat's hat, which has been very frustrating. I don't like frogging.
Nobody likes frogging.
All right, Becca.
Okay. I will say you've been working on this for absolute years.
Yeah, this is my oldest whip. This is the first project I started. So this is the one that I found whenever she was working on her Pokemon.
Yeah. So you already had like this little cross stitch thing. You had already gotten that, I'm pretty sure. The bookmark.
The bookmark, yeah. I had
You had already
finished that like
years ago.
Years before.
But it was when I was doing the Pokemon one that you went online and you found this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that was like, what, 4 years ago? Maybe
3
years ago.
It'll be 4 years in January.
Yeah. So the fact that she's been working on it so long, but I just like flowers and cats, and I think it's great. But also the art style is a little.
Is there one that's your favorite? I know I've only got 3 done, but
well, this one's Gajil.
Okay, yes, Gajil is my sister's cat, and he's a black cat with orange eyes like this one.
Yeah, he would not tolerate the hat though, which is tragic. This one looks kind of like Kit.
Yeah.
And that one's probably sister.
Mm-hmm.
I love how you asked me which one's my favorite, and I just assigned them as actual cats we have.
Well, the one I'm working on now is an orange cat, and I call it Slinky.
Oh yeah, that is Slinky.
Slinky was our family cat. And he was orange, and he passed away
in 2022.
3 years ago.
Yeah,
we had to put him down.
So, again, I think why it ranks lower than the others is because it's not one that I would choose to do myself, which is the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
I also went through these as I was ranking them. You're not staring at anything. As I was ranking them, and didn't overthink it too much.
Yeah.
But I will say that these top 3 are ones that I would probably even consider doing myself if I were to see them.
Cool.
So.
All right. Well, let's pull them out with number 3. Third favorite, third.
You keep pushing.
I keep pushing the wrong buttons. Third favorite, which is the Treasure Island Sal.
Yeah.
And let me get this one out. So this is one that I'm doing the Abandoned Sal from Kenny Stitches with. And it's kind of a restart because this is what I had done when I was first keeping up with the Sal, but then my life got busy because I bought a house and moved into a house and had house stuff going on, and so I put this aside, and by the time I came back to it to pick it up, I was like, I'm not loving working on this anymore. So at the beginning of this month, I restarted it with the Abandoned Sal, and my decision was that these little people, instead of stitching it as like one big thing, I'm going to stitch the little people as individual things and make them into like little stand-up figures that my nieces and nephew will be able to play with. And I have one finished, and this is Jim Hawkins, the main character from Treasure Island. My whips fell over and attacked a kitten. So, anyways. Alright, Becca.
As far as like, honestly, I forgot that you were restarting it and doing that, which is pretty cool. I would say be careful giving it to Jo because she might eat it. But as far as like the pattern as a whole, I do really like it. It gives like that tester, cross stitch, classic kind of pattern that I just like.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Treasure Island is also not one of my favorites. I don't know if I've ever seen Treasure Island, actually.
Well, have you seen Treasure Planet?
I've seen Treasure Planet.
That's the story, just in space form.
Yeah, the closest thing I've seen to Treasure Island is Treasure Planet. But I do really like Pirates.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, I really like this and how this is going.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the littles will probably enjoy that as well.
Yeah.
So
I think it'll be fun. I like the pattern as a full thing myself. Just with stitching it, the fabric that I originally started stitching it on, it's kind of not technically a cross stitch fabric, and I was doing it 1/1, and I was just like, I really don't like working on this anymore. And that's when I kind of thought, oh, let me do the people as their own thing, and
it
then
became
I will
tedious.
it became tedious, and then I'm gonna get some fabric that I enjoy stitching on, and stitch the center map as its own thing.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be cool.
And no, I just like this. And I think it would be really cool if you decided to finish it one day or even just do it.
For you?
I wouldn't say for me. I don't know Treasure Island, but I do really like that.
Like the style of it.
I like the style of it.
Alrighty. So, your second most favorite is my Pride and Prejudice. Oh my gosh. My Pride and Prejudice sampler. This is from X Stitch Patterns. X Stitch Pattern 88 on Etsy is where I got this from. And I am stitching this one 1/1 as well, so it's petite stitch. So it's a little more of a tedious one, but there's where I'm at. I've got basically this tree almost fully done. I've got some leaves to finish up, and then I gotta start stitching people and Longborn and all of that. That's where I'm at.
It definitely gives the classic like a cross stitch sampler pattern that I do really like, so that's why it's up high. But also it's Pride and Prejudice, which I also really enjoy. I had to read the book for school. I read maybe half of it, but I have watched the BBC version. It's 5.5 hour. So
Pride and Prejudice with Colin Firth as Darcy is the superior version of Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah, our sister-in-law says differently, but we still allow her to come into the house. So that's probably why it is so high, and there's like minimal back stitching going on besides like the letters right now, which I hate doing back stitching. So
yeah, the only back stitching on this I think is the letters, and actually it's only because I decided to do this 1/1 that I've had to do the letters as back stitching, because I didn't realize this was like before I became more knowledgeable about cross stitch and cross stitch patterns and stitching 2/2 or 1/2 or whatever. I didn't realize that all of the other stitches were supposed to be stitched over 2, and then all of the words were going to be stitched over 1. So it kind of threw off that when I came to do the words, and I had to figure out that, oh, I just can't anchor anything off going off the words, because they are a little off, but it's the closest that I can get them to take up the same amount of space.
yeah.
So,
But that is one I would consider doing myself because I do enjoy Pride and Prejudice.
just not 1/1, because that is
No,
very
not 1/1.
tedious. Very tedious.
Not 1/1.
All right, your most favorite one.
I don't think it's that much of a surprise.
Yeah. I can't say I'm really surprised that it ranked high.
I'm pretty sure when you were picking this pattern out, I was like, ooh, I love that. I want that.
And that is my JJK Trio from Make It Pink Designs. And this is where I'm at on that one. You know, it's been a while since I've pulled this one out and stitched on it. I should, oh, I have a needle there on my needle minder.
I gave you that needle miter.
You did. And here's where I'm at. She looks a little scary right now because I've not finished all the back stitching on her face. But her head is completely stitched. What's her name? Nobara?
Nobura.
I
don't know.
Yeah, it's something like that.
It's been a while since
it's been a while since we've watched it because the next season hasn't come out yet. The head is completely finished. I just got to finish the back stitching. I've started working down on her body. I think actually I think she's almost completely done, other than I've got to finish her bag over here and then stitch her red square background.
Yeah.
And then I can start on the other two.
Of course, this, is pretty much based off of, like, the season 1 intro, which is just so fun and just, like, it's great. I loved it. I even, like, saved the music from the intro and outro, and I just really liked JJK and the characters and all of that. And it's such a fun and bright and colorful kind of pattern that it just speaks to me on a spiritual level. Okay?
It's also on sparkly fabric.
It is sparkly fabric. And yeah, this is the one where I would hang it up in my bedroom.
Noted. Yeah, I need it. Like I said, it's been a while since I've worked on this one. I don't know if I've worked on it in the last... I know I've worked on it this year, but I think I've only worked on it once. And it was actually my goal to work on it before this Flosstube I'm recording, but then I changed my plans to do this video with you and stuff. So I guess I'll have to make it my goal for next time to actually make some progress on JJK.
My birthday's in September.
This is true. I cannot guarantee that I would get something like that done.
And normally, if you've got a deadline for a cross stitch, you do about a month later.
So, but those are all of my whips and my sister's thoughts and opinions. I don't know.
For the most part, yeah. No, I like everything that you've worked on. I don't have anything like really negative to say about any of them.
Yeah.
But I don't like butterflies. I want the one to be a bookmark. The others, it's just a style choice.
Yeah.
It's just the art that it's just because we're very different people.
We are.
Very different people.
With some similar interests.
Yes.
So.
Because you are working on JJK and Pride and Prejudice. And those are things that I do like.
Yes. So.
I want to try and reread Pride and Prejudice again because I have been told that there's a scene of Mrs. Bennet becoming very excited when she hears that Lizzie is engaged to Mr. Darcy. And I'm like, I want to read that. Nobody told me that happened, okay? And I want to see it.
Oh, yes.
So.
All right. Well, I hope you all enjoyed my little Flosstube number 10 celebration whip parade with my sister.
Yeah.
And all of that, and of course featuring brother and
Sister's butt did make an appearance.
Sister's butt made an appearance. So, in case anybody's wondering, because I've been featuring stuff on my shelves the last couple of episodes, this is stuff related to me and my sister.
Look at that, Pride and Prejudice right there.
Yes, so we've got the Pride and Prejudice BBC version. We've got one of the classic Barbie movies, Barbie Swan Lake. Some of the anime that we like. So there's Demon Slayer, there's One Piece.
She's got a cat Jinbei. No, it's not a cat. It's just a little Jimmy.
No, it's a cat.
It's a cat. Yeah.
He's a cat. He's just blue and looks like him because he's a fish.
Yep.
And then from Demon Slayer, our two favorite characters, my favorite character and her favorite character.
My character's superior because he lives.
Rude! But we've got Inosuke and we've got Rengoku. So, and then these little cat figurines she and my mom got me from a trip they did. And then Stardew Valley, one of our video games that we play.
Mm-hmm.
The ducks that you hid around my house.
Yes.
She hid these little duckies around
They're
my
all
house.
numbered. They gave me. I ordered 100 little
Number
ducks. And when Sarah was in California for a work thing, I went and I hid some of them around her house. And I will tell you that her housemate gave the best reaction to where we actually hid more ducks in her housemate's room exclusively, which was great because she learned a very valuable lesson where she needs to ask very specific questions because they started finding ducks. She asked, how many ducks are there? I said, there's 100 ducks. And she had to come back and ask me, how many ducks are in my house right now? I said, 7.
And the thing is when she went and hid them, and like I said, she said she numbered them, but she didn't hide them in order of numbers. She just grabbed random numbers. So like 1 is a 7. This is number 7. But then she also hit at the same time 71. So it was fun.
Yeah.
So, and then my bookmark jar is a coffee mug that she got me. That is the sisters from White Christmas with our names on them. And our hair colors.
My hair has gotten darker since.
Yes. So, anyway, that's my little shelf of trinkets that I like to share at the end of each video. So, thanks all for watching, and I will be back in 2 weeks with my regular floss tube to show my progress on whatever whips I work on between now and then. And I hope you all had fun listening to us be silly and talk about our lives and my cross stitch.
Yeah.
So
I haven't worked on cross stitch in a very, very long time.
that's okay. You have your own projects.
I do have my own projects. But I also have my own interests.
So, but anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you all have a great time stitching. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.